Alright, let's start the hands-on. We'll type EC2 here. Let's select EC2. Then in order to launch a virtual machine, we need to click on launch instance here. We need to name a server. We'll write EC2 no security group. So I'll write no SG, short form security group. Why I've named this, I'll explain you in a bit. So let's just scroll down. So next, this is the like what flavor you want to choose. Like the Linux, there are Windows. So basically this is the AMI, Amazon Machine Image. Amazon Machine Image is nothing but the operating system. You can look that Sybase 22 is there, 2022 19. So enterprise. So these are nothing but the software build. AMI is nothing but the software build. So in the interest, like I'll keep it simple. I'll keep Ubuntu free tier. I'll keep it simple. So instance type is nothing but your how powerful you want the compute system or your virtual machine. So we have the memory here, you have the CPU here. There are powerful machines as well. If you scroll down a bit, you can see like 42 CPU, 34 GB of memory. Just remember, the more powerful CPU and memory you select, the more you pay. For the interest of this demo, we'll select one just least powerful instance, T2 micro. This is the important thing, key pair. For Linux instance, we need to create a key pair. If you select the default option, that is, it's not recommended to proceed without a key pair. We'll create one key pair. Key pair is nothing but just like if you want to access a door, you need a key. So this is the key pair. You need to this is create a key for your door. In this demo, will you generally use port 22. So I'll create something like that for port 22. So let's name it EC2 key pair. We can name it anything. Then comes the encryption part of it, RSA. If you are into cybersecurity and all, you might be knowing all these things. These are currently out of scope for us for the simplicity of this demo, because we are more interested in spinning up a virtual machine. So I'll select RSA. PEM, we need this is the file format .pem. There are two flavors of it, PPK for PuTTY if you are using a Linux system. Since I have a Windows machine, PEM file is sufficient. I'll click on key pair. So once you select the button, you'll end up you need to save in your local machine. I'll save it. It got saved. So let's scroll down a bit. Next comes the interesting point. Here just note this option, auto assign public IP. We need one public IP to communicate to the virtual machine which we are creating now, that is this one, EC2 no SG. Otherwise, if you don't enable public IP, it won't be able to communicate, because our system, that is my laptop, is outside the AWS network. We need public IP. There are concepts of public and private IP. I'll explain this in a bit, but just remember, public IP, if you want to access this system outside from AWS network, we need one. We need to communicate using public IP. If my laptop was inside the AWS network, we can communicate using the private IP. So that is the basic concept. Here I'll purposely do one mistake here. Just note this thing. Select existing security group. I'll select the default. I'll show in the demo why default won't work, because default VPC is in like it is in the AWS network. My system is outside. My laptop is outside the AWS network. That's why it won't be able to communicate to this EC2 Linux instance. I'll show you practically now. This is the storage option, that is root volume, that is in a Windows system. We just like we have the C drive. So here we have the root volume. For the Linux, you can increase the size for the GIB as per your wish. Also we can add volume, like in Windows system or Mac we have drives, like C drive, D drive, E drive. So we can create as many drives as you want, but in this demo I won't create many drives for the interest of simplicity. We can add tags and all, so those are not we are much bothered. Just remember this thing. I'll create 2 instances now. 2 important things to remember. Security group, I haven't added port 22. This machine, like this EC2 virtual machine which I am spinning, has no security group configured apart from default, right? So let's quickly spin up this instance. So it takes some time. So this is the instance ID, I'll say. Let's click on it. We cannot communicate to the instance as soon. We need to check the instance state should be running. If it's pending, then it's not ready. So let's refresh this. It takes some time. Alright, I waited around 10 seconds and it's ready now. Let's select this. I want you to focus on this now. Under the security inbound rules, if you look, it is the just the default like a security group which I have assigned. So this comes as default. Now I'll duplicate this before duplicating, let's try to connect to this instance. Since we have one public IP address, let me go back and show you. See, this is the public IP address. Whenever we have a public IP address in AWS, we can connect using EC2 instance connect. So we can communicate to this using EC2 instance connect by clicking on connect, but our bottom line is not connecting via EC2 like the console. We want to SSH using our own Windows system. So the best part of AWS is that it provides us already the command for it. We don't need to remember anything. I've seen people remembering this command. So I want you to break down this. This is the command SSH -i, and this is our PEM file name. This is if you remember EC2 key pair, this is the same name which I have given. So AWS is forming its own command whatever input I have given. Ubuntu is the username. We can cross verify this here. See, username is Ubuntu. This is the name, and here 391, this one is our public IP address. We can see that as well. Let me show you once again. So if I select here public IP address, see 3.91.132.57. So let me copy paste this and try to SSH into this machine. I know it won't work because we haven't opened port 22, that is the SSH port. Let's try it out, what it has to do. I'll try this out, and upon pasting, if you look, it's going on forever. So whenever this happens in AWS, think it is a problem with our security group. That is, as I mentioned, inbound rules are nothing but the doors. That door is not open. Port 22 door, that is door number 22, is not open. That's why we have received this timeout. Now what I'll do, I'll create another instance to show you this demo. So before creating one instance, I need to open the security group section here under networking tab, and here we will create one security group. Inbound rules, we just need a door to enter into the AWS from our machine. Our computer local system is in let's say in India. I want to enter the AWS network, so I'll use custom TCP, give the port number 22. We can mention one description, not required. 0.0, this means everywhere. In real life scenarios, we mentioned the IP address, not anywhere like this will be a security concern at your office, but I know this instance doesn't contain anything. Our instances are just dummy, so I have just entered anywhere. So you need to remember this. Also, I want to mention one thing. I have seen most of the like tutorials and all, they have committed one mistake, and repeatedly they have done it, that HTTP port 80 they are opening with everywhere, anywhere. So this is not required. If you want to show the demo or showcase one SSH into the Linux, we just need port 22 and nothing else. I'll show you practically now. So let's not focus on other things. Inbound rules, outbound rules. There are two type of rules for security groups. Inbound rules is sufficient because it takes care of the exit part. For security group and NACL, there is a different concept. This video will be long. I'll not explaining this. Security groups and network access control. Let's go ahead and create. Okay, we need to give one name. I'll give it security group with SG port 22 open, I can say. This will open port 22 for SSH into Ubuntu. This we need to give for description if anyone sees it. So just cross verifying it. Port 22 inbound rule is there. Let's create this security group now. Okay, the security group was created successfully. Now let's spin up one more instance. I'll attach, just remember the security group name, right? SG port 22 open. Let's click on launch instance. This time I'll name this EC2 SG security group port 22, just for easy. That is, I'll attach one security group with port 22 open. So I'll similarly create one Ubuntu here. Everything will be similar. Key pair, I'll select the existing one. Just remember, we can create different key pairs for different virtual machines or EC2, or even one key pair we can use for multiple EC2, just like what we are doing now. This key pair can connect with our previous EC2 as well and this EC2 as well. So I've created this key pair. Let's go down. Let's cross verify this. Enable. Without public IP address I won't be able to communicate because my laptop is outside the AWS network. So enable, and then I need I won't create security group here. There are easy options here. We can SSH from anywhere, the security group which we created back here. So this is the same option. This is the easy way out. I haven't gone to the easy way because I want to show you what exactly AWS does in the backend for us to make things easy. So I'll select this time this one, security group port 22 open. So this will open port 22. That's what required to communicate. The storage I'll leave it at default. Now I'll just launch the instance. So let's click on this. It will take around 10 to 20 seconds so that this EC2 gets launched. I'll click on the instances. This one is our previous EC2 machine. Public IP you can note 3. This one, and this one is a new IP address where port 22 is open and security group we have attached it. It's in running state. So I've got the public IP address. Okay, let's click on the connect button. I got this SSH. Let's copy this and try to communicate to this Linux instance from our local machine, that is, which is outside the AWS network. So let's I think it's taking this copy paste thing. Let's copy again. Let's this time paste it. Yep, we are able to log in. See, yes, yep, this is our Linux. If you are aware about the Linux, we can create anything. 0 byte file. So touch command creates 0 byte file. we can even create one text file, a simple test file I'll create. Yeah, so this is Cloud Guru Amit. So I just want to show you that Linux instance we are communicating, and it is the :wq enter that will save the file. Let's cat. Yep, so see this file got saved, and we have two files, 0byte and test, just now, which we created. So see, this is how we SSH into the machine. That is, you just need to open port 22 using the security groups which I have mentioned. That is this one. See, this is the magic you just got to keep in mind. Alright, this is the architecture diagram. Let's quickly go through it. So security group, as mentioned, it is a kind of firewall. So you have seen in the demo that using the default security group is not sufficient, because it was for inside for the AWS network, but we are communicating. Our laptop is somewhere outside the AWS. See, this is the boundary for AWS. Our laptop is somewhere else. So in order to communicate, we need to open port 22, that is door number 22, and that will in the security group we have opened that port, and that's how we are able to communicate to this instance. Right, and root volume, you might be remember that the C drive where the OS is installed. So I hope you got the concept, and please do let me know, and please support this video, because exclusively creating theory and this type of hands-on videos to clear up your concepts with AWS.